Why do you look like that? Why do you stick your jaw out?
What do you mean stick my... Because I have less of a double chin. See?
You literally just got surgery on your double chin.
Well, I know it's all inflamed, so now I have a double... Now I look like a bullfrog.
It already looks like it's going away, though.
Yeah. Well, it's going to take 3 months.
I know, but it already looks a lot different.
And now my mouth is funny. Look how I talk.
What do you mean?
This corner of my mouth. By the way, can you see the resemblance of this person?
I look nothing like you.
You look nothing like me?
No. It was funny last night when me and Trinity and Nick were hanging out. I said something.
That is so Trinity and Nick, that is her cousin and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said something sarcastic and Trinity's like, oh my God, you look like your dad.
Did you say it as a negative?
I don't know. She was just like, oh my God, you look like your
dad. So you have probably some of my mannerisms.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is Alyssa, and I used to call her Indy. Why is the phone tilted? Is it all right? Oh, fuck it. I used to call her Indy on my blogs when you were little, when you were under 18.
Yeah. Because I wanted to be called Indiana Jones.
Is that why?
Yeah.
What?
I wanted my legal name to be Indiana Jones.
So did I when I was a kid. Can I tell you that? I think you copied me.
I don't think so.
You wanted to be Indiana Jones? Is that what you're
I was really thinking about changing my name, legally.
Okay, so like daughter, because that's my favorite movie of all time. And he's like my hero, or he was.
He's really hot. That's all I care about.
Yeah, he's really hot, right. So her name is Alyssa, but I call her Goop. Should I tell you the story of why I call you Goop? It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
I think it matters. The only person who calls her Goop is me. And does the camera look tilted?
I don't know. It might just because you're bigger than me.
No, I mean, look at the window in the back.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Should I not tilt it? Okay, hang on. There. Did I fix it? Barely. I'm wearing a bandage from my surgery, so it looks like I have these weird boobs. Oh, maybe not.
I don't think anyone cares.
No one cares? Yeah, okay. You know what she said right before this? She said, only 1,000 people are going to see this video. Yeah, I was like, great.
1,000 people.
I don't have enough YouTube followers. I have 3,000. Or I'm at 3,000 right now.
It's not that much.
See, it's not very impressive, especially someone this age. Yeah. What's an impressive number of YouTube followers?
100,000 would be impressive.
100,000? I agree, yeah. 100,000 is what I like to get to, yeah.
Because that's when, if I go on YouTube and I see someone who has 100,000 views, then I'm like, okay, I'm more likely to actually watch their
That's
videos.
the only problem with not having enough YouTube followers is that less people take you seriously. Even if the content is good, they go, because I do that. I look at a YouTube video and I'll look at how many followers, and there's a part of my brain that goes, oh, only 7,000?
Yeah.
And I shouldn't do that because there's a lot of good YouTube videos that have less than 10,000 subscribers.
No, there's a lot of bad ones too.
Well, most of everything is bad.
Yeah. That's why I always just filter them out.
Filter what out?
Filter out the ones that have less than 100,000.
Oh, okay. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? From your searches? Or you just don't watch them?
I just don't watch them.
Well, that's dumb. Why do you do that?
Because they're usually bad.
No, they're not.
I mean,
there's tons of good stuff on YouTube that has nowhere near and will never get anywhere near 100,000.
No. It's all really amateur.
This is a millennial talking.
I'm actually millennial Gen Z.
Yeah. You are, you know what?
Older than Gen Z.
You know what? Are you? Let's talk about that. Are you Gen Z? Maybe you're Gen Z.
I'm really old Gen Z, really young millennial.
So you're 22.
Yeah.
So you're born in 1999.
Okay.
98?
Wow.
Shut up. You always lie about this. 1998. Okay.
I lie about my birthday because you never eat my birthday.
April 29th.
Yeah, you finally learned it.
It took me a few years to get that straight. I always fucked that up.
Yeah, you always thought it was the 28th.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because, I'm not good with details. Oh, I was always only a day off.
Your daughter's birthday.
That's not bad. Well, I eventually got it. I've gotten it right for many years now. I don't know
you
why
have not.
I don't know why I screwed that up. I don't know why I screwed up that date. There was a
you
reason.
Don't care.
No, it's not that I don't care.
Yeah, it is.
I should probably care more. But it's not that I don't care. It's that there was something about when you were born where you were born. Let's see,
I was born at noon.
You were born at noon and you were 2 weeks late or something like that. And you were supposed to be born on the 28th. And so that was the number that got stuck in my head. Something like that. I forget what.
If I was 2 weeks late, then I would be due.
We were going to induce you. We were going to induce your mom the next day or 2 days right before you came. Then you came all of a sudden.
Oh, then my birthday would have been on May 1st. That would have been a cool birthday.
That's cool, yeah. May Day? Yeah, that's cool.
Waited.
That's neat. Mm-hmm. I know, right? But you'd still be 22. So wait. So now are you a Gen... So if you're born in... You guys can tell me in the comments. If she was born in 98, is she Gen Z?
It depends on, like, every website says something different. Either I'm nothing, or I'm a really young millennial, or I'm really old Gen Z.
So you're in between.
Yeah.
You're like Papa and Mimi.
Yeah.
They're in between too.
Yeah, I don't know what I am.
So your brother is pure millennial.
Yeah.
He's 28.
Nick is millennial.
Nick. So how old is your boyfriend?
33.
Let's talk about that. So your boyfriend is how many years older than you?
11 right now. 10. Yeah.
And you would date much older than that.
Yeah.
Or at least historically.
Well,
So when you were younger, so remember I had someone I was seeing, her name started with an M, who you really liked.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then I told you, she was like 20. How old was she at the time? She was 24.
Is this the blonde one or the brunette one?
The brunette one.
Okay, yeah, she's hot.
Sometimes I have dated multiple women of the same name, so we have to qualify what number they are.
Is this Jennifer 1, 2, or 3?
Right. Her name wasn't Jennifer, though.
Yeah.
So, and then I told you after she moved to Dallas that she was dating a guy who was 50.
Yeah, nice.
And you went, yeah.
Well, was she dating him, or was it like a sugar baby thing?
No, she was, I don't know. No, I think she was dating him. She liked older guys.
Well, I do too.
So you were thinking it was a sugar baby thing, and you're like, yeah.
Well, I don't know what I was thinking.
You were like 19.
I assume now, like, she probably, like, he was probably paying her or something, or
Maybe,
giving her
probably.
stuff.
Well, yeah, probably.
I mean, that's one of the benefits of dating, like, an older dude, is they can buy stuff.
They don't pay you, necessarily.
They can buy you stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But you liked older guys before that. You liked older guys when you were like
Because I never liked
young
anyone my
teenager.
age. Yeah.
Why?
Because they're all skinny and girly looking.
They're not as masculine?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that's because you live in Portland.
I mean, like, everyone looks like a girl here? Well,
Guys in Portland are pretty
probably.
shitty. That's Pink Firefly. They're pretty shitty. And when you go to another city, you're like, oh. So when I took Pink Firefly to London, she was like, oh my goodness.
Ew, London, they all have fucked up teeth.
We're gonna get comments now.
Well, they do.
Well,
Every time,
some of them do.
I don't like British accents either.
You don't?
No.
On men?
No, I think they're ugly.
Oh, okay. You like Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scottish
accent's more
I
masculine.
prefer American accent the most. Honestly.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. But my point is, there are other cities where men are much more masculine and bigger and more the type you'd like.
I don't know. I like really big guys.
I know you like really big guys. Right. Yeah. Well, Nick is, I guess he's a big guy. He's tall. How tall is your boyfriend?
He's
How tall is your boyfriend?
He's 6'2".
Yeah, he's taller than me.
Well, yeah,
But he's not
everyone's
big.
taller
He's
than
not
me.
big, though.
Yeah, but
He's
he's
average.
Not, he's not like skinny.
No, he's
either.
not skinny. Okay.
Yeah.
No, good point.
He's got a big frame. He has really big shoulders and stuff.
Yeah, okay. All right. But you've always been like that prior to Nick. So you would date older. What's the oldest you would date? So she's 22. What's the oldest guy you would date? Not sugar daddy shit, like a real relationship.
Oh. I mean, I would go for 50, but I don't think that's, like, reasonable. Because, like, if we get married, he dies, like, 40 years before me.
So, and you inherit all his money.
Yeah, but then I'd be depressed.
You'd be depressed.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Okay, so you're a normal human. I'd be like, all right, cool. No, I would be like that. Okay.
You'd be like, all right, cool if your
Oh, eventually.
partner died. Well, eventually, yeah.
Eventually I would.
It.
You know I am.
But
I'd get
initially,
over it pretty
I'd
quick.
be, like, depressed and want to kill myself.
So if you and Nick broke up tomorrow, how depressed would you be on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Would you be like, well, that was sad, but okay? Or you'd be like,
No,
I'm really
I'd
depressed?
probably be really depressed.
You'd be really depressed.
Yeah.
How long have you been dating Nick? I already know the answer, but for them.
2 years? But we knew each other for 3 years.
So you were friends for 3 years. You were long distance friends. Right?
Sure, friends, yeah.
Do I need to ask more detail about this?
No.
No, you were long distance friends.
Okay. Yeah.
What? Did you meet him several
friends?
Well, wait a minute. Did you meet him several times before you got serious? Did you fly out and meet him or no?
No, he came here.
When you were friends?
What do you mean friends? We
I don't
met,
know. Are you talking about FB, friend with benefit?
What? No. We
Okay.
met
All right.
online, and then he came out and met me in person a year later.
Right.
But
Okay.
during that first year,
Oh, you
we
don't
weren't
call.
just
Oh, that's
friends.
why you're saying friends, because you were long distance. You weren't really friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So he flew out from Minneapolis?
I don't know if he wants
Wisconsin?
to tell people. Yeah, Wisconsin.
All right. Let's not. You want to tell people? Okay, that's a good point.
Well, Wisconsin's fine. It's big
Okay,
enough.
Wisconsin. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is the first relationship you've ever had. Relationship, right?
Yeah.
You never had a boyfriend in high school. Never really dated in high school. Why? Because they're young?
Because I was ugly and I thought everyone else was ugly.
You weren't ugly.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't cute.
I think you thought you weren't cute.
Well, because I wasn't.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
And I'm being objective, as objective as I can. She's my daughter, but you weren't ugly.
Yeah,
you sound like a guy. That's what guys say. I'm so ugly, no one likes me. And then you see a picture.
I'm not ugly now. I'm killer now.
Oh, so now you're hot, but then you were ugly in high school?
Yeah.
What?
Because I was like depressed and I didn't care about how I looked really.
Well, let's talk about that because I mentioned that. So you went through a little phase for about...
Phase?
You did.
I was depressed for 10 years.
Not 10 years, about 2.5 years. You were depressed for 10 years.
Yes, I was. Ever since you and Mom got divorced, I was like super depressed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
you didn't act like you were depressed until you were about 18.
No,
so this is the problem with monogamy and divorce and all that stuff. You damage your kids a little bit.
Okay, I got over it when I was 18.
No.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
You lived with me. So she lived with me
just
for
because
about...
I didn't have a job because of my anxiety. That wasn't.
But that's different. That's what I'm talking about. That phase you went through. You went through a phase between like 18 and 20 maybe, where you could tell you were depressed and you could tell you were kind of not depressed. You could tell you were
unhappy.
I was
just unhappy. Yeah.
Yeah, you were unhappy. You lived with me for several years.
I lived with you for like 3 years.
3.
Okay, 3 years when I was 18. So I was the very.
No, you moved out when you were 18, from like 15 to 18. Well, maybe because no, even with you. Well,
because I lived with you during my senior year. That was
right. 18.
17. So I lived with you 17, 18, and 19 maybe.
No, 18.
No.
I remember having that discussion with you. You were 18.
No, I was 18, and then I had some jobs, and you kicked me out when I was 19. At the end of 2017. And then I met Nick when I was 19. 18.
No. I kicked you out when you were 18.
No, because you kicked me out, and I met Nick immediately after that. I met Nick when I was 19.
So let's qualify why I kicked her out. I didn't kick her out for being bad or we didn't get along. We got along great. It's that I had a rule about, you want to talk about that or you want me to say it?
It was a stupid parenting rule.
Yeah, it was a stupid
because
parenting.
You didn't understand my anxiety and the fact that I literally could not work.
Okay, so it was about she needed to get a job, and if you didn't get a job by blank, then you have to move out.
Yeah.
And you move back in with your mom.
Yeah.
Now maybe
it's so much great. So much great.
I agree with you, but you have a job now, so it all worked out. It's all, you got over it.
I know, because I had to go at my own pace. No one let me like figure it out for myself. Everyone wanted me to do it.
I should have waited several more years.
I mean, you think it's funny, but yeah.
I'm just comparing my models to your models. My parenting.
Yeah, because obviously I'm right. I didn't work on anyone else's time plan. I didn't work on yours. I didn't work on Mimi's.
Right. I didn't say you have to work on mine. I didn't tell you what to do.
I know, but you made me feel like I had to because you kicked me out.
No, I said you don't have to. You can do it. What do I always tell you? You can do whatever you want. This is what I'm going to do.
But I wanted to.
I didn't say you better get a job. That's what your mom would say.
But I wanted to live with you until I figured out getting a job.
I know that. I know that. I know. But I said by next date you have to move out.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't have a job.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Well, parenting. It all worked out. You got a job now. You're good.
No, thanks to you.
Now that, I don't want it to be because of me. I want it because of you.
Your parents should help you. Yeah.
I've helped you. Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. Sure. Not as much as a typical.
I've helped myself more than anyone has helped me.
But I like that. I like that you're independent. I like that.
But it also makes me very bitter.
What? Makes you bitter? You gotta help yourself?
Yeah, because I can only rely on myself.
I had to rely on myself. The same thing.
No, but I feel like you shouldn't have to. I feel like you should be able to rely on your family and.
You could rely on me.
No, I can't.
I
can't rely on you for anything. No.
Well, you can't rely on me on anything.
No.
Why not?
Because you don't want to do anything for me.
I'm not going to give you mountains of money. That's correct.
That's not what I'm doing. That's what you assume is I immediately just want money from you.
Well, if you want to, I've already told you, if you have trouble, if you ever have problems in your life, you can move in with me. You can, yeah.
Except, you say that, but then once I move in with you, it's like.
That was when you were a teenager. Now as an adult, if you have trouble, you or your brother, if you ever have trouble, you need somewhere to live for a while.
Yeah, of course. You make it sound really simple, but it's a lot more complicated when it actually ends up happening.
That's true. Yes.
You make it a lot more difficult.
Me?
Yes.
Yes. Well, because I have high standards. That's true. And I probably have higher standards than most dads. Probably true.
Maybe. I don't
know. Yeah, probably. I would imagine. Most dads today, anyway. A lot of girls don't even have dads. Or they have dads like, let's not mention names, your cousin's dad. The opposite extreme.
Which cousin? There's both of them have
the one we just talked
dads.
About.
Okay, yeah. He's not the opposite extreme. He's similar to you.
Well, but he's
insane.
No, you're right. He's not the opposite extreme. He's the further extreme.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
She's gonna watch this. She said she wanted to watch it.
She can watch it.
Okay. Well, I have to be nice because I don't want to be too mean about her dad, even though she doesn't like.
We'll edit that out then. That's fine. Who would you consider as the closest person to you who is a woman? Would it be her?
Trinity. Yeah.
Would it be Trinity? Okay. And you deliver pizzas.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you have a job, I don't care. Big money. Well, you get tips.
Yeah, I make good money, but
I know you do. Money. How much money do you make? Do you want to tell people how much you make a month? With tips and everything. A month. With tips and everything. This isn't bad. Especially for a girl.
I mean,
actually not for a girl. Women in their 20s make more money than men in their 20s today. Do you know that? So women actually make more than guys. You actually make more than the typical average guy who's 22, I bet. Well, let's find out. Tell me how much money you make.
Well, that's just because I work a tip job in Oregon.
Whatever.
I probably make close to $2,000 a month.
No, you don't. You make more than that with tips.
No,
I thought you made more than that.
No, I only make $2,000.
Oh, okay, make 2,000.
No, I'm not like big ballin'.
No. I thought you made more than that though. No. But you work full time.
Yeah, I work like 25, 30 hours.
Yeah, so you work part time. You make $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's with tips. Mm-hmm. And you are living alone. Not living alone. You've moved out for your mom's. Thank God. That's what I wanted to happen before I moved out of the country.
Okay. Yeah.
I moved out of the country in like 10 days as of this video. A week and a half. Something like that. Yeah. And one of the things I wanted, one of the reasons I waited is I wanted both my kids to move out of the house, move out of their homes before.
Josh did that like 10 years ago.
Well, I have 2 kids.
Well, technically he's
Josh
back
is my
with Mom.
Josh is my son. Her brother.
Yeah, he's back with Mom. No, technically. So he hasn't moved out.
No, temporarily. He's on his way to Mexico.
Sure.
Well, right. He's not going to live with her. He's not going to stay with her.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's just funny.
That's not going to happen. Yeah. So then my point is, one of the goals that I had for you two is now done. You guys have both moved out. Mm-hmm. Isn't that great?
I'm so stress-free. It's great. I'm so happy.
Well, when you move out, you have a new set of stresses because now you don't have to deal with your mom, which is nice, right?
Sure.
So you replace that stress with the stress of relying on yourself.
Yeah.
But now that you're free from your mom, you can do whatever you want and you can build any income you want and build any life you want.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
I'm in a relationship. No, that's not true.
You have limits now because you are monogamous. You know how I feel about monogamy, but that's your choice. But because you have a relationship, you have some limits now, but you can still design any life you want.
Yeah. Right? I just want money.
Sounds like me.
That's all I care about.
That's all you care about is money? Okay, well.
Yeah.
You can make all the money you want.
I know, that's hard. All the money I make.
It's hard when you're young getting started. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Especially now today, it is hard. But you can start your own business. You can do all kinds of stuff. We've talked about that.
I know, but any kind of business you want me to start is like not at all my cup of tea. It's like,
it's not a business that I would want you to start. It's a business that I don't want you to start any particular business. I just gave you some ideas.
Anytime I like, let me start a business, you're like, okay, make a blog. Make
right,
a podcast.
Right, because you'd be good at that.
No.
You'd be so good at a podcast.
I hate that stuff.
You'd be so good with that attitude, even with that kind of shitty, snarky attitude like that.
No, yeah.
People love that shit.
I know they would, but then I also get a lot of hate, and then I feel insecure and myself.
Okay. All right. It's like Sarah Silverman. Sorry, I can't tell. It's like Sarah Silverman, like the negative. Not today's Sarah. Sarah Silverman about 10 years ago. You know what I'm talking about?
Like this?
Yeah, that comedian. She's very filthy and she's kind of, has an edge to her.
Yeah, see, people
10 years ago. Today she's kind of a weird.
Personality because I'm blunt, but then they're also like very put off by it. So.
Right.
They get offended.
You think no one's put off by my personality? It's the same
but
thing.
you don't care when people like hate on you or like claim you don't. So it's like.
You think I do care?
Yeah.
You think I secretly care if people don't like me?
Yeah.
Really?
I think everyone does.
Not really.
Okay. Yeah. See.
It would be irritating. It's irritating sometimes when I have comments that are stupid. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, but doesn't that make you feel bad? I mean, that's why you're like talking about your boobs right now. Like,
no,
doesn't make you feel bad when people say, you're fat?
No, I'm clarifying. I don't care if people say I'm fat. I'm clarifying it because what's going to happen, I know YouTube, is they'll say, what's wrong with your chest? So I'm preempting that thing by saying, this is a bandage right here.
No, but why do you care? Why do you have to preempt that? Who cares?
Oh, I like to preempt comments and questions. I've been doing that.
Why?
Saves me time to answer and respond.
Why do you have to even respond to those questions?
Oh, I don't have to do anything.
Obviously, it's a bandage. Like, who cares? Like,
no, I don't have to do anything. I'm a blogger with 12 years of experience. I'm really good at preempting stupid questions or unusual questions, or I know I'm going to
see, that's another thing too, is I would have to do that, and I don't want to deal with I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so here's a disclaimer, I'm going to blah, 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 blah.
I don't care about hurting people's feelings.
Well, you know what I mean, though, like, I know people are going to be like, why does your hair look like that? And I'm like, sidebar, my hair looks like this because blank. And like, I don't want to have to explain stupid stuff like that. Like, I know why.
So you know what I did?
Care?
I did a whole video on my channel called Why I Look the Way I Look. And I address everything about my physical appearance that anyone has ever asked about. My hair, my eyebrows, my weight. And I went through everything. And
yeah,
so
but
now,
as a girl...
But wait. So now, whenever they make a comment, I go, here's the link.
No. But that's the thing is I would have to update that like every week because as a girl, I change my appearance all the time.
No, you don't. You don't. I
change my makeup
But all girls do that.
Girls care. Like, well, how do you do your eyebrows? Why do you do them like that? Like, I literally change the shape of my eyebrows.
That's a business opportunity.
Every week.
Okay, fine.
So I have to make a new video every week.
No.
This is why I do my eyebrows.
No,
like
either
this.
make a policy where you say I don't respond to comments about my physical appearance, or go ahead and answer those questions and create more engagement.
No,
you can do all that.
It's too much work. It's too much work. I don't want to do
okay.
that. I don't like people. I don't have to like deal with them being like.
You think she's an introvert or an extrovert? What do you think she is?
I just said I hate people. I think it's pretty obvious.
I went through, when I was your age, I hated people too. So it's weird how your kids go through the same phases you did at the same ages.
It's not phase, like I don't hate people, but it's like
you do. But when I was 22, I hated people too. I was like, oh, people are stupid, people are idiots. Oh my God, fuck.
I hated people. But now it's just like I already know, like most people I meet, I know I don't like them. Like I already know I'm not going to. Like I don't hate them. I just anyone I meet, I immediately know you're going to do something that I'm not going to like. So I just go into that relationship knowing like you're probably going to do something that pisses me off.
I call it assume incompetence.
Yeah. That's literally everyone I meet.
Most people, not everybody.
Everyone I meet.
Is it 100%?
Like 95%.
So it's not everybody. 5%.
There's a couple exceptions.
Yeah. I'm an exception, right?
No. My family I have to like hang out with though. So like they're kind of
You don't have to hang out with your family. There are people in my family I don't hang out with.
Well,
you don't have to hang out with your family. You don't have to hang out with me or your mom.
I know, but like no.
Your relatives, you don't have to.
I know, but I don't mean it in like a bad way. I'm just like it's easier for me to get over when people in my family do annoying stuff because it's like they're going to be around for my entire life.
Oh, I see. It's easier to roll your eyes.
Yeah, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to deal with it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Guys ask me, what does your daughter... And they asked me about this more you than my son, because I think they know what my son thinks about my content because he's a boy. So they asked...
What does Josh think about your content? I don't know. I never asked
He likes it. He's in my business.
He's a Scorpio Sagittarius. Did you know that?
No, I don't pay attention to this
Scorpio.
Stupid shit.
And the cousin's
horoscopes
dad...
are bullshit.
Cousin's dad that we were talking about, he's also Scorpio. So Scorpio men in general are pretty terrible. It's like a
are they
joke.
Scorpio men in general? All right. Well, I'm not. What am I? You know what I am? I'm something very precise.
Taurus, Aries.
Good.
Yeah.
As if that means anything.
It does. You don't think we're Taurus?
I'm Taurus, Aries, cusp.
Taurus are known to be CEOs and like make a lot of money and like work hard. You don't think you're that?
I don't know about that. Maybe.
No, I know for sure. Are you kidding? I do all this.
Do you work hard?
Yeah. At work?
You don't work hard.
I'm the best worker, one of the best workers at work.
I understand that. But in terms of your typical week, you don't work long hours. You told me you don't want to, right?
Yeah, but when I do work, I work hard.
Okay.
And I like money.
Yeah.
But Tauruses are also known to be lazy.
I'm not lazy. I'm the opposite.
I know, but they're not lazy.
But I'm also not a Taurus. So
yeah, you are.
I'm a Taurus, Aries, cusp. I'm on the dot. I'm on the switch.
You don't have to be lazy, but like Tauruses really like
this is such bullshit.
Like creature comfort kind of stuff. So you like luxurious stuff, but your luxuries are not.
When I travel, certain time. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like to indulge in stuff. You like buy swords, stuff like that.
Those are cheap. Those are a few $100 each.
I know, but that's like your version of self-care. Like my version of self-care is like baths and stuff, and I do it all the time.
Because you're a girl.
Yeah, but you're a guy, so that's why yours is not like baths and stuff. But you still do it because you're Taurus.
Okay. Yeah. I don't still buy any of this shit. But anyway, what do you think about my content? And be honest.
I think it's stupid.
Why is it stupid? Do you agree with any of it?
Well, I don't know any of your content really.
Yeah, you do.
I just know.
You've seen my content.
Not really. I don't remember.
You haven't in a long time. Years ago, you poked around my blog a little bit. You haven't in a long time, though. That's true. That's a good point. She really hasn't. You don't care, do you? So here's what I said. I said, your daughter doesn't give a shit what you do for a living. It's boring to her, right? So you don't give a shit what my content is, right?
Well, I already know I'm not going to like it, so I don't see any point in looking at it.
And you don't care. Do you really care about what your dad talks about on the internet?
No.
Yeah, because I'm her dad. You don't give a fuck. Right. You know you're not going to like it. Well, I talk about how women should be able to do whatever they want.
They're feminists.
Original feminism, I agree with.
Okay,
What they call first wave and second wave feminism.
I just don't like
That's something what you don't like.
Your form. Yeah. Well, I don't know what I do like. Well, I like.
I just told you.
Yeah, but that's such a broad statement. I don't know what
It's
you mean
true.
by that.
Men should never tell women what to do.
Yeah, but also
That is a core tenet of Alpha 2.0. You should let your women do whatever they want, and if you don't like what they do, dump their asses and go date somebody else. Don't tell them what to do.
We should do that.
All right, so we agree. You should make a lot of money, and you should be location independent.
Yeah. Okay.
You should have your own business, and you should make a lot of money from that business, or at least a decent amount.
I don't think you should. It just depends on who you are. Like some people thrive on having a boss and like working in a normal.
That's not Alpha 2.0. And they won't thrive; they'll just deal with it.
Yeah, but some people don't like. They wouldn't thrive on working like location independent either.
Right, Alpha Male 2.0 is only for 10% of men. Right.
Yeah.
But for that 10%, location independent, in your own business, make a decent amount of money, be non-monogamous, don't tell women what to do.
Okay.
Right? So you agree with all that?
Sure.
Ta-da! Okay, now tell me what you don't agree with. You just said, well, I know I'm not going to agree with it. You're probably not going to agree with the tone of the certain things that I say. That's probably true because you're a girl
true.
and you go,
No, I mean, I agree with that kind of stuff. I don't agree with how you think men should behave, I guess.
okay, tell me.
Like, I just think you're like,
Awesome.
no, I just think you're like buying into toxic masculinity.
How am I? But so this is where my daughter is a left winger. Mm-hmm. So get ready for the Bernie Sanders shit. So Alpha Male 2.0 is not about toxic masculinity.
It is to me.
Okay, so tell me how.
So.
And I'm going to tell you how you're wrong. Go ahead. I probably shouldn't say that. I probably should. Tell me your feelings, dude.
Well, I just think you're like making men like, I don't really.
Men happy?
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's hard to like argue with it. I just know.
Oh, it's hard to argue with. I wonder what that means.
Because
it means it's probably right.
No, because I just don't know any of your content.
Well, what do you think? What do you think? And I'll correct you if you're wrong. What do you think that I espouse that is toxic? And be honest. Or are you just guessing? I probably do.
No, I'm not guessing. I just remember thinking that when I did look at your stuff.
Okay, so do you remember what you were looking at? Probably not. For a long time ago. Huh?
Yeah, not really.
This is probably like 4, 5, 6 years ago. Really.
I just remember being horrified and being like, "Oh my god."
You don't remember what though?
Oh, you know, I do remember. It's the letter you wrote to me.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
So I have an article on my blog at calebjones.com called "A Letter to My Daughter: 5 Things My Daughter." Yes, it was terrible. Why was it terrible? Or do you remember aspects of it? You should go. You guys should go look it up.
I think I do.
I don't remember either.
One thing I remember is that
we can pull it up. Go through it.
I remember you said, "My looks as a woman, my looks are one of the most important things about me."
Your looks as a woman are one of the key components of your long-term happiness as a woman. Yes. You disagree?
Are you talking about me personally or women in general?
Women in general?
Yeah, I would disagree. So
you think women are less happy when they don't feel they look pretty, and they're more happy if they feel they look good?
I don't think girls really care about being... I don't think all girls care about being pretty.
We're not talking about all. We're talking about most, generally speaking.
Oh.
Most girls, including you. Don't you feel better about yourself? What did you say? You don't have to repeat it. When you first sat down here, you told me something.
I'm fat.
Okay, I was trying to be nice, but you're not fat. You said you're the fattest you've been or something.
Well, but that doesn't have to do with being pretty for me. It just has to do with.
But you were all pissed about
myself.
It. Okay, but you were all pissed about it. That's my point. So if you thought
I'm pissed because this is the fact I've been, and this is when we happen to be doing this.
Oh, the whatever. But I'm talking about in general. You're happier as a woman if you feel you look good, right? Number one.
I feel like that goes for men too, though.
I didn't say it wasn't for men. I'm talking about girls.
But you didn't. I don't think you put that in Josh's letter.
Oh, right. Now the reason for that is a man can have average to even low average looks and still get all the things he wants in life. Whereas a woman, that's very different.
But it still goes for men that you still have to put effort into how you look to make you feel good about yourself, and that is a very key part of happiness to me for men as well. So why don't you tell Josh, put effort into how you look?
Oh, I would. I tell that to men all the time. You have to maximize your appearance.
You didn't put it in his letter because obviously you didn't consider it to be as big of a deal for him because he's a man.
I know I've told him this.
But not in his letter is my point. If you compare
I didn't really write him a letter.
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
Did I write Josh a letter?
I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't think I did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
We have just conversations instead.
No, I'm pretty sure.
But anyway, I say in my content over and over again, you have to maximize your physical appearance as a man, particularly over age 35. You can't just age like shit and get fat and bald and stupid looking because you won't be able to attract women because you'll be non-monogamous for the rest of your life. So yes, it's the same thing to
yeah,
men.
but okay, but again,
But my
you're
point
saying it to attract women, but in general, I think just for yourself.
I agree. I've said that
women,
too.
I think
I've said that too. I don't think we disagree.
Okay.
Okay, so that's fine.
Okay.
So what you disagreed with, you probably don't disagree with. I just said your physical appearance is important to you in terms of your happiness. That's what I said.
Yeah, but I just thought it was weird that you didn't put it in Josh's thing.
I didn't write Josh a letter.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't think I did.
Because that's why I thought of.
Maybe I did. All right, maybe I did.
I think you did.
Yes, physical appearance as a woman, unfortunately, is a little more important than when you're a man. Yes,
I don't
it's true.
think it is, though.
But it is.
I don't think it is.
And attracting a high quality guy.
Yeah,
the
but
better
when you
looking
want
you
to
are,
attract
the easier.
a girl.
Huh?
When you want to attract a girl. We need money.
A guy can be ugly. If he's got some cash, he can attract any woman he wants.
Yeah, but I think
But women don't have that option.
too.
Women don't really have that option. Women can't make a fat, ugly, disgusting woman who looks terrible can't make a lot of money and get a really amazing guy. That'd be really difficult. But that's not, it's possible, but that's not typical. That'd be very difficult for her to do. You see my point? That's what I was saying. So I was saying to you, I remember what I said, something like, make sure that you don't get really fat. You're not fat? If you were fat, I would tell you. All right. Don't get really fat. Don't let your looks go when you're older. Don't do that because you'll feel better as yourself as a woman. And you'll be better able to attract and maintain men.
The same thing goes for men, though.
Yeah, I didn't say it doesn't, but it is more important for women. It is. And that's not fair that it is, but it is.
In what way, though? To what?
How the women feel about themselves. So when women turn 30 and they start getting wrinkles, they go,
you don't think men get freaked out about
Men don't even fucking notice when we get wrinkles.
You care so much about your wrinkles.
I do now. I'm not typical. I'm a public figure and shit.
No, I'm sure all kinds of men care about the wrinkles.
Some men do. I have to be an example of Alpha 2.0. I didn't say they don't care. But when they turn 30 and they see a wrinkle, we don't even notice.
Yeah, but you're assuming all women like freak out when they turn 30.
A hell of a lot of women freak out when they turn 30. Yes, they do. So. Yes. Now you probably
not
won't.
Anymore. I don't think the
yes, they still
does.
fucking do. Yes, they do.
I don't think the younger
You probably won't. I don't think you will. I don't think you.
No, I had that breakdown at 20.
There you go.
I had a breakdown.
Well, I know. I told you went through a phase in your 20. You were not very happy. I remember that. Yeah.
No. Not when I was 20. I was fine when I was 20. No, because I was talking to Nick when I was 20, so that's fine.
Well, no. Okay. No. Well, you proved my point.
No, but I just went through like a month or two where I was just like having like really bad anxiety about time when I turned 20. It was like the freak out that most people have at 30.
Okay.
I was having it at 20 because I was like, I'm not a teenager aninianymore. Okay. Like, oh my God, I was freaking out.
So I don't think we disagree on what I talk about.
I just don't know a lot about what you talk about.
At least you told me that in the past. You don't have a big problem with that, right?
No, I don't really care.
Okay, so non-monogamy, location dependent income.
I saw the title of one of your videos, because Olivia was talking about.
That's fine. We can do. This is another cousin. Yeah. So here's the deal. All of her cousins watch my videos and laugh. They think it's funny, which is great.
Yeah, Olivia was watching one of your videos, and so I was like scrolling through some of them on YouTube, and one of the titles was "Monogamy means she controls you."
Yes. Correct.
That was pretty funny.
It's true.
I know. Well,
you said you know. No, I don't think you disagree at all. I don't think you disagree at all. We're trying to find something you disagree with, and I can't. You haven't found anything yet.
Because I don't. Like I said,
I just told you.
Your stuff.
Alpha Male 2.0 is being non-monogamous for the rest of your life, even if it's serious.
But you're going through like the generic, like general overview.
Yes, that's all I can do. I mean, unless you want to start going through my YouTube videos, yeah.
No, I don't really want to.
You're saying if you went through all my detailed stuff, you would find stuff you wouldn't like. Oh, that's probably true.
Sure.
Yeah. So Pink Firefly doesn't like that I teach having sex the second date, for example. Now you probably don't care.
Oh, see, that's one thing that I don't like is giving men a formula of if you do X, Y, and Z, then you will achieve an ideal relationship for yourself, which is, I don't think, how it really works.
Yes, that is how it works.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that it does, though.
For men who are interested in this lifestyle, it does work. For men who are hardcore monogamy guys, then no, or very religious, no.
I know, but I don't think it's healthy to say, like, here's my exact game plan of how I'm going to attract a woman and make her my wife or whatever. Like, I don't think
what's wrong with that?
Healthy. Because I don't think it's healthy. I think it shows that you're afraid of, like, losing control.
Losing control.
I feel like love and like relationships is something that you can't really like control completely. It's not something you can put like a formula to.
You can't control a loving relationship completely. That's correct, but you can make it. You can make it 80-90%.
Yeah, see, I don't think
my relationship with Pink Firefly is 90% perfect.
Yeah, but
it can't be 100%.
Okay.
What?
I don't
You
know if I can say anything.
You disagree with some aspects of our relationship or some aspects of her, and that's fine. But my point is, for me and her, our relationship is 90% perfect. Almost.
I don't think it is, though. I think
well, if it wasn't, I would.
And I think
if I think it is, I want it to be, and I think it is. I do.
Yeah,
think
but I think
it
you're
is.
convinced to yourself it is because.
So I'm lying to myself. It's terrible.
The formula, and so you're like, oh well, since I followed the formula exactly, that means she must be the perfect person.
No,
for me.
no. That's not what I believe. No.
Okay, she must be we must have the perfect relationship.
We don't have the perfect relationship.
You just said it was.
I said 90% perfect.
Okay,
it is.
We will have the 90% perfect.
We do.
Relationship,
We have
which
90% perfect. We do. Now you may not like our relationship.
No. But I'm saying, like, I don't care what you do in your relationship. But I'm just saying, I don't think you and her are as happy as you like to think you are.
She's not going to be as happy as me because she's a girl, and girls can't be as happy as boys.
I don't think you are either. I think you're just in denial about it.
I'm in denial about how I'm unhappy in my relationship?
Yes.
I'm unhappy in my relationship.
I think so.
Okay. Why?
Because I just can tell. As long as she convinces herself that she's in the ideal relationship too, which I think she has too, because she just wants to be married. She wanted to be married so bad that she was like the first guy that came to her.
You think I was the first guy?
No. But like the first guy that like was interesting to her, and
you think I was the first guy who was interesting to her? No.
That was willing to marry her?
No.
She hasn't been married before then. What do you mean?
Right, she's been living with guys. She's never been married, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So obviously no one wanted to marry her.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you know her history. She was with a guy for 10 years, off and on. So she kind of wasted 10 years with this guy.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't that she was out looking for dudes.
Well, okay, that still proves my point though. After that relationship, she wanted to get married so bad and just get it on with, get it over with, because she wasted 10 years.
Oh, that's true, yes.
That she met you and was like, oh, he wants to marry me. This is part of his plan.
I didn't tell her I wanted to marry. No, we were friends with benefits for a year. Okay. And then we didn't see each other for another year. I don't know if you remember. You were living with me for part of this time. If you recall, there was no rushing. It took 2 years to even start dating.
I'm saying it wrong.
Right.
But I think when you gave her the option to, I think she was like, yeah. Like,
she was very excited.
She would have been as, I don't think she was as picky as she probably should have been about it. I think she was just like, he wants to marry me.
That's true.
Let's just do it.
That's true because she was in her 30s. A lot of women in their 30s would get married. Yeah, that's true.
I don't think she did because she thought it was meant to be, or really, really wanted to. I think she wanted to because she wanted to get married. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she wanted to necessarily.
Accurate. That's accurate, yeah. That's how a lot of women her age.
And I don't think you necessarily wanted to do either, but it was just part of your plan.
Do you think I didn't want to get married?
Not really.
My version of marriage.
I don't think so.
I told you I wanted to.
I think you wanted it because, again, it was part of your formula. It's part of your plan.
Right.
At this stage, okay, now we get married, so I'm going to marry her,
Yes, that's how
I don't think it was like, I just want to marry her. You know what I mean? I think it was like,
this
is the next step, so we have to do that.
Yes, that's how I am.
Yeah, which I don't think is healthy.
Well, that's INTJ. You know what that is, right?
No, I think it's unhealthy. Yeah. It's not a personality trait, Dad. A personality trait.
Yeah, it's a personality trait. No, I'm always like that with everything I do. Everything you describe. I know, but okay, now it's time to do this. That's how I am.
I'm not that way with everything because you're afraid of things going out of control.
I'm afraid of problems and I'm afraid of drama. I don't want these things in my life. That's true.
I know, you're afraid of things out of your control. So you find
I'm
to
a
control everything in your life that you can't.
No, I don't control her. She does whatever she wants.
You control the dynamic of your relationship.
I set the parameters, and if she wants to be a part of it, she can.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Oh, fuck yes. I control, tightly control.
You think that's healthy?
Oh, I'm very happy. Yeah, it's great. I tightly control everything about my life. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's very true. But I don't control others outside of my life, including her.
I know, but you try to control everything that you can.
Yes. In my little circle, I control everything I can.
Weird.
Fuck yeah. Oh, it works great. It's not your style, though, is it?
It's not a style. I just don't think it's mentally healthy.
I'm very happy.
I'm
the happiest guy I know.
I'm like that too, but I'm not like so crazy about it to the point where it's like unhealthy. What?
Your dog's snoring.
Oh yeah, I know. He's sleepy.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
I mean, down the road?
Yeah, maybe.
Don't get married yet. Don't have kids yet.
If I did get married, it would probably, I don't know if it would be legal, at least at first.
So you don't need to get legally married?
No. Or if I did, it would just, I don't think I would have like a wedding either.
Pink Firefly and I just had dinner with one of my old friends from high school, and he's with someone, and she said, we're never going to get married. We just live together.
Yeah,
I think it's
you
one
don't
more
really
common
need to.
now.
I feel like you need to get married maybe like when you're old, because then like legal things, like what if you get sick and stuff, you know, I feel like then it's more important.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, when you're like 30, what's the point of getting married?
So you don't want to get legally married. You're just saying you want a marriage like you want to settle down. With
Not until I'm like 60, 70. Yeah.
So you never need to marry Nick.
I don't need to. No.
Does he want to?
He does, but he's okay with the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants me to have his last name. That's all he cares.
You can change your last name to his, like getting married.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though I don't like the name.
Don't say his last name
together. Like a hyphen.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, don't hyphenate. That's so feminist.
I know it is. I don't want to, but it sounds cooler that way.
Oh my god. All right. Do you want kids?
Yeah, maybe.
I keep
going back and forth.
That means yes.
Yeah, that's true. I always go back and forth on it.
Remember you wanted to adopt Asian girls?
Well, yeah, that's the thing is like I've been thinking about it lately because I just really don't want to get pregnant, I think, because it messes you up so much. Like there's so many horrible things that can happen to you.
Well, I agree, but you're
like
pregnant.
some girls, like their teeth fall out, their hair falls out.
No,
all kinds of crazy stuff.
So there's a concept I follow called the 2% rule.
I know. I do
All
that
right.
too.
See how impressed she is by content? She's like, yeah, whatever, Dad.
No. That's what I do that too. Like I tell Nick that all the time.
All right.
But no, but my
teeth
point
falling
is,
out because you get pregnant.
It's not like I'm worried about my teeth falling out. It's just that there's so many things that could happen. Even if there's like a 1% chance, there's 1% chance of so many things happening.
People are fine. Millions of women have babies all the time.
I know, but it still messes your body up. Messes up your vagina. It messes up your bones.
You recover from all that.
No.
Yeah.
It messes up your skin.
Believe me, I would know.
No, it messes up your skin.
Messes up
your hormones.
The only thing that happens permanently is maybe your hips get a little bigger from the bones.
No, it can.
Which is great.
Girls have like skin conditions.
Oh, not forever.
Yes, they do.
2%.
No, it's not 2%.
Well, I'm not trying to convince you to have kids, but I was curious if you wanted to have kids. So you're like, yeah, down the road.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I would have
maybe
them.
Maybe means yes.
Physically.
When you're a girl, right?
I don't know if I would have them physically. Well, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So how many you want?
I just one.
You just want one?
Yeah. Because I don't like kids.
I do want grandkids, but not until you guys are much older. I do want grandkids, yeah. Okay. We were figuring out what our grandparent name would be.
I had a good idea for
She'll be Nana, and I'll be... That's what I said. That's what she wants. She'll be Nana. Nana, is that what you want to be?
You ever
Nana?
see my kids? Sure.
Well, we're going to fly and see your kids.
If I let you see them, sure.
Oh my God, listen to that. Yeah, and you can come see me in the country I'm moving to. We can't say. Yeah.
The country?
I'm moving to a country on the 8th. Don't say where it is.
You literally just told them.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you said, in 10 days I'm moving to blah, blah, blah.
Oh, shit. We'll have to cut that out. Fuck! Okay, sorry.
You literally looked straight at it and said.
Shit, okay. Maybe I did. All right, yeah, I did. Sorry, I gotta cut it out, guys. Unless it's after February, this video goes up. I don't know when this video is gonna go up. I don't really know. All right. Anyway, once we're there, you can come visit us, and we'll come visit you. We're gonna spend time in Scottsdale. Well, you know.
Can I bring
that brings him another. Sure. Does he live here still?
He lives in Dubai.
He lives in Dubai.
Yeah.
He
doesn't. He lives there part time. Like he has family there. He's related to Osama bin Laden.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, that means he's in Saudi
really
Arabia.
Rich. He's got really rich.
That's not Dubai. That's Saudi Arabia.
No, they're in Dubai.
Okay.
Because he grew up in Dubai until he was like 5 or something.
You need to move out of the country. You don't need to. That's very alpha male 1.0, alpha male 2.0. It would be awesome if you eventually moved out of the United States. And I think that'd be a very good move for you long term.
Yeah, eventually.
So you would, maybe.
I want to. Yeah.
So your brother has.
I've already told you that.
Your dad has, your brother has. So you want to move somewhere socialist.
Yeah.
Because you want free healthcare. Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. Is like for my kids, I don't want to be in a situation where they're like in a car accident and they can't pay for it, you know?
You know, in America, they're required by law to handle you at the emergency room, no matter what happens.
I know, but you still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
You have to pay dollars.
You get health insurance.
No.
Which I agree is a ripoff of the United States. So you're right. You should move out of the United States.
I think you should just be able to walk into a hospital and just get the care you need.
Yeah, it's called socialism. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it should. Yeah. It's just how it should be.
Yeah, and then you go bankrupt. Canada's healthcare system is bankrupt. The UK's healthcare system is bankrupt. France's healthcare system is bankrupt because socialism doesn't work. But you don't have a political discussion, or do you?
So why is it going bankrupt?
That gets very complicated.
Oh.
And I don't know if you want to get into it, but it's very complicated. Socialism doesn't work long term. It works for a while it works. And then
I only need to work until I die. So.
Well, you're 22. You're going to live a long time. You're going to live 150 years old or something like that.
That'd be awesome.
Right. So that means you need it to.
Isn't it weird that most of your life, or at least like half of your life, no, most of your life nowadays, you look old? The people are so obsessed with looking young, even though most of your life you're going to look old.
That's less and less true now because you have people in their 50s who don't look old anymore.
But they still look 50. They look 40.
That's not old.
That's true.
40-year-old women are hot.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's not true anymore. And the older you get, the younger people will start looking as you get older. So when you're 70, you're not going to look like people who are 70 now. You're going to look like maybe people who are 50 now. Is that my point? So it's less and less as time goes on. So it's really good.
No, but even when
better for you than it is for me.
When I'm 150, I'm still going to look 100.
Maybe.
Which is really
No,
old.
we don't know. Medical technology is an information technology, so it's exponential growth. So by the time you're 150, you might look 30. You don't know.
No,
They might be have technology to do that.
I'll look better.
I've told.
I'll look better at 150 than I do now.
What age do you think looks best for a woman?
30.
30, because Pink Firefly said 25 to 23 or something like that.
No.
Most men will say 22
When
or
girls
23.
are too young, they look too like babyish to me. Like they have the baby.
If they look like
fat
Ariana
stuff.
Grande, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends, but that depends on the woman. Some women who are young look really
No,
good.
because most women that I find attractive, I always find them more attractive when in their 30s because they're a little more gaunt.
Let's talk about that. You want to talk about that?
What?
Do you find women attractive?
Yeah, I find women more attractive than
So there's this great event. So when she was living with me, we were driving down the street. You remember this?
No.
And a chick was walking down the street. And we drive by her. And we,
both
both
looked. Yeah.
check her out at the same time. And both like, yeah. And we look at each other, we start laughing. Yeah. So would you have a relationship with a woman?
Yeah.
You would. Why didn't you?
Why didn't I? Same
Remember there was
reason
a
I
girl
didn't-
you worked with at the Macy's or whatever?
Yeah, Ariana. She was
Oh,
hot.
look at that. See?
Yeah,
You
I
were
still think
all
about
over
her.
it. Really? Look
Yeah.
at you. Oh my God. So I talked about how 60% or so of women are at least somewhat bisexual. And I think the
I feel
younger
like
they are.
most people in general are bisexual.
Well, I think the younger the generation is, the more that is true.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think
Everyone, like I said, every girl my age that I know is bisexual.
that's about almost true. That's not quite all of them, but I have some women in my life who are around your age, and they're pretty much but they're pretty much what you just said. They like girls, or they
Because girls
go,
are just pretty. Like it's like, why would you not want to?
well, because when I was growing up in the 80s, women who were 22 did not want to hook up with women. Some did, most
Because it
did.
wasn't seen as like normal, but now it's very normal to like every girl I meet, I just kind of assume now is bi, and I'm right most of the time.
Yeah, women your age, that's true. So, but you would not. It's not just sexual. You would have a relationship with a girl.
Yeah, no.
Would you marry a girl?
Sure.
You would. So if Nick got hit by a bus tomorrow,
Oh my God.
you could maybe end up with a girl.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I think it's fine. I don't care.
I could end up with any kind of person.
So are you not gender fluid? What do they call it? Where you're
Pansexual?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I went on a first date many years ago with someone about your age. She's like,
I know.
I'm
You thought it was
pansexual.
so funny.
I'm pansexual. I'm like, oh, you've had sex with women? She goes, no, I've never had sex with women. Well,
Just because I haven't had sex with a woman, but I know I like women.
okay, that's bisexual.
Pansexual is just like you don't really like. You're willing to be with people that don't go by either gender either. Is how I kind of.
In other words, you're bisexual. Why don't you just call it bisexual?
Because bisexual means two.
This is the millennial part of her coming out.
Well, I'm just saying it's just talking about like.
It's bisexual.
Yeah, I still call myself bisexual, but I would date someone that doesn't identify as a man or a woman. So that means I would date any gender.
But that person would be a man or a woman.
No, they would not.
Yes, they would.
No, they're not.
Oh, this is a big disagreement we have, isn't it?
Yes.
You get pissed off when I talk about this, don't you? Do you want to talk about this? Let's do it. You want to talk about this?
No, it's just gonna piss me off.
Well, let's just state our viewpoints and let's move on.
Okay, what's your viewpoint?
So my viewpoint is that you are born with an X chromosome or a Y chromosome.
That's male or female, though.
Boom.
Yes, but
Right.
gender, like man or woman, is not inherently
I can be-
tied to female or male.
I could be born a man, have the sex change, look like a woman, act like a woman.
Yeah, but even transgender, like if you're a transgender man, so you were born a woman, you don't have to get the surgery done to be considered a man, though. Like some transgender men don't want to get the surgery done. They don't want to chop off their boobs. They don't want to get a wiener, you know. But they still can identify as a man. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to get the surgery.
Fine, but there are still aspects of masculinity in his biology that will never change.
Like what?
He
What do
can
you
call himself whatever he wants. That's fine. I don't care.
I think, well, I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure scientifically you can prove that, like, transgender men are born with the brain of a man inside a woman's body. I'm pretty sure you can prove that.
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Studies.
I'm reasonably sure.
I think there's studies done that you can tell.
If you want to, if I read a
That's
study,
why they're so confused and like so depressed and messed up is because they don't know what's wrong with them.
Okay, the problem is, as Papa will tell you, that's my dad is a psychologist. He'll be in a video.
Yeah, a psychologist back from like the 60s.
No. He will tell you, the data is very clear and his experience is very clear, that when a man or a woman gets a sex change, they're happy for about a year and then they're depressed again.
Yeah, but that's old research.
No, that's still today.
You think Papa's
the suicide rate of people who get sex change operations?
That's because their life is so difficult because people are so mean to them.
Oh, I'm sure that's a factor too.
There's so much discrimination. People are so like,
I'm sure that's a factor too. Not if you can't tell.
Murdered all the time.
Remember that woman I went on a first date with who was a man?
Yeah, oh my god. She was a woman.
Okay. I couldn't tell she was a dude. Nothing happened.
She was a woman.
I couldn't tell that she had a penis because she did. I had no idea. She looked and acted like a hot girl. I had no. So no one's gonna make.
Girl.
So no one's gonna make. My point is, no one's gonna make fun of her.
Yeah, but
no one's gonna make fun of that
transgender
shit.
people don't have the money to do that.
Okay.
Most of them,
yeah,
if
sure,
they're a transgender man,
you're
they
right.
probably still look like a woman.
That's true. Some of that is how they're treated.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of that is how. Imagine going your entire life being misgendered all the time. Finally coming out to people and having people act like that, be grossed out by you, you know.
I wasn't grossed out by anybody.
Or murder you, beat you, rape you.
That's
like
1% rule.
Me?
People not get.
It happens all the time, Dad.
1%. It's a very small percent.
One of the famous, like Laverne Cox, you know who she is? She's a famous transgender, and she got beat up in an alley.
Okay, I know what happens. Yeah.
Like even the more privileged transgender people get, you know, have.
I think if you look at the stats, the vast majority of transgender people never get beat up.
I don't think that's true.
But I agree that people look at them funny or you know.
It's very hard to go your entire life.
Yeah, I
feel
agree.
like people, everyone hates you just based on.
We don't disagree about that.
The fact that you want to be who you are.
We don't disagree. No, we don't disagree. All right.
So do you think people can have no gender, just be a they?
No.
Have they pronouns?
You can go by they, but you're one or the other.
No, physically you're a male or a female.
Well, I think we don't disagree then. I think we agree.
Your gender in your mind, you don't consider yourself a man.
So your gender is a mental construct.
Yes.
We agree. Well, I think we agree. I thought we disagreed. I thought you were like, no. Biologically, you are this because you feel you are this. Okay, great. I don't think we don't disagree.
Gender is a construct.
Gender is a mental construct.
What do you mean by that, though?
I can call myself man. I can call myself woman. That's my gender. So if I start calling myself,
if you feel like you're a woman,
that's
yeah, you can
feel is up here. It's not here. It's here.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm a woman. I start calling myself a woman. That's something I made up in my head. And I want people to identify me as
made up. You just feel that way.
All right, something I feel in my my mind.
It's similar to being gay. Like you just are born and you're gay.
Yeah.
You can't control it.
I think to a large degree that's true. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but so gay men aren't saying I'm a woman. Gay men are saying I'm a guy who likes guys.
I know, but I'm saying it's the same thing as like they can't control it. They just know if you have a penis that you're born a guy, you can still feel and know that you're a woman. You're like, I'm a woman.
You feel like a woman and you want people to call you a woman, therefore your gender is woman.
Yes.
But you're biologically male.
Yes. Why would you not be biologically male?
Well, great. We agree. I thought you felt differently about this. All right, great. Well, we agree then.
How could you biologically not? I don't understand.
There are lots of people in the left-wing world who think, no, you are a man.
Yeah,
and
if
you even say that transgender woman is biologically a man, you're a piece of shit. And you should be banned off Twitter.
Biological
Fuck
mean?
you.
What's the definition of biological necessarily?
Biological. What are you biologically?
What's a biological mean, though?
Your body.
I don't think they would get mad if you say...
go on Twitter. They get very angry. Yes, they do.
Biologically a male,
yes,
but they're a woman.
So in other words, a man will get a sex change to a woman who is a martial artist. And then this woman... Okay.
Woman, it's a woman.
All right. This gender woman goes into fight other women and kicks all their asses and instantly wins the gold medal or whatever because she is biologically a man. Therefore, now if you point out, well, she's winning because she's biologically a man. There are many people on the internet who are going to get extremely angry with you and want you banned off Twitter and banned off YouTube and get
I see that.
Okay, but you're not in that category. I thought you were. Great.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about sports. It's hard.
Well, that's an example I just gave you.
Because a lot of women are on the same tier as men in sports a lot of the time, but people just assume.
Well, that's different. That's a different issue. I'm talking about. That's just an example I gave.
So we agree.
We agree. That's good. I thought we disagreed on that. We don't disagree on much then.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. You keep thinking that you disagree with me on all kinds of shit, and you don't. You actually agree with me on just about everything.
No, I disagree with you on a lot of stuff.
What?
You change your opinions a little.
You haven't found... Oh, what do you mean I changed my opinion?
You change your... Like, every time we have a conversation that we had before,
Uh-huh.
you, like, change your...
No, I think I've been more clear with you on this.
Okay.
I usually just roll my eyes and blow it off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think we disagree on hardly anything. It's pretty good. Isn't that wonderful? What a wonderful relationship we have.
But you don't think people can be they?
You can identify as a they, but you're biologically a man or a woman.
Well, yeah, I don't understand how
We
you
agree
couldn't
then.
be biologically. I don't understand that.
I agree. You're right. Well, you can't.
If you're born with a penis, then you're a guy. Like, you're
See,
biologically male.
there are feminists and left-wingers who, if they saw you say that, would be furious at you. How dare you say she's a man?
Because I'm on Tumblr, so I see that.
Oh my! Of course you are. So you're on Tumblr. Fucking, you're still on Tumblr?
Yeah.
Is Tumblr still even a thing?
Yeah,
Oh
but no one goes on it.
No
They
one goes on
banned
anymore?
porn on there like years ago, and ever since that happened, tons of people. So they're like, no, there anymore.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me you've never asked?
I've never asked.
Or do you want to know?
I don't think so.
Okay. This has been fun. You want to talk longer?
I don't care.
If there was an interactive way for you guys to ask her questions, that would be kind of fun. But this isn't a live stream. It's just a YouTube video. So maybe what you guys should do is put questions in the comments for her. And the next time she flies out to the country I'm about to move to that I can't say yet, maybe we'll do this again and she can answer your questions. Because sometimes you guys ask me questions about her. Mostly about how you feel about my content. And apparently you agree with everything I say.
You're going to use that now.
It's true!
I don't agree with everything you say.
Not all the
No.
details, but on the macro, you agree. Sounds like you agree on the macro. Do you agree or no?
Go down the list again.
Non-monogamy.
Like, it's better than monogamy?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Long-term monogamy does not work. Short-term monogamy can work if you don't mind the pain and suffering you encounter with it.
No. I
Generally
don't
speaking, non-monogamy makes you longer-term happy, longer in your life for the long term.
I think it
That's
depends
kind
on
of
the
repetitive.
person. So I don't agree with that.
There are bizarre exceptions to every rule, but generally speaking,
I don't think it's bizarre, but yeah. I think
Well,
it
it
just
depends.
depends. Like, I don't
No, it
think
doesn't
that
depend.
open relationships are bad. Like,
open relationship is one type of non-monogamy. There's lots. You could just hook up with people. You could be polyamorous. You could have NLTRs. You could do what I'm doing and have an open relationship. You could be married in an open relationship. You could lots of variations. And all these things
I
are
think
less.
monogamy works out for people. Well,
Monogamy doesn't work out for you.
And a lot of people
You want me to show you
want
the stats? You don't want to see the stats. Monogamy doesn't work out at all. Your parents got divorced, right? Were the only people get divorced? Most people get divorced.
But where are the statistics of like open relationships and their failures? I feel like they fail.
They
probably
will
just as
probably
much.
fail just as much, except
Yes.
the damage is less when an open relationship fails. So if I got divorced from Pink Firefly, it would be much less of a problem for me in my life than when I divorced your mom. Far less.
Why
of a
is
problem.
that? Because why is that?
Number one, there's no contentious divorce because we have prenuptial agreement stuff signed.
But you can do that in monogamy too.
Well, that's true. That's true. Number two, I don't have to start all over with my sex life. I already am seeing other people, so my sex life continues
It was
unabated.
that hard to build your sex life.
For a lot of men, it is hard.
Yeah, because they're dumb.
Well, you're used to me. A lot of men, it is hard. It's very hard for men to build a sex life. You're a girl. It's easy for you to say that you're a girl. Everyone wants to hook up with you. You're a girl. Men is hard.
Yeah.
Men are stupid. I agree. I'm responding to your point. Yeah. So I didn't say open relationships last forever. I said long term in your life, you will be less unhappy if you embrace some form of non-monogamy, which you can change as you get older, than saying.
But what are the other points as to why breaking up in an open relationship is not as bad? You give me 2 points.
Third point is that I have a 94% return rate. The women come back.
But I feel like that happens with monogamy too.
No, it doesn't. Look at the stats. Very rare. Women do not go back to dudes.
But men
There are
go back to
exceptions.
women?
Men constantly try to go back to women,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
If you've been in more than several relationships, you would know.
Oh, I'm
So
sure.
later in life, maybe you'll know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, men always want to come back. Are you kidding? You know how needy men are, right?
The men are like, ugh, gross. And they leave and they're like, oh, wait, but I'm
No, men aren't gross. That's what women are. Men are like, I like her, but I like her too.
Yeah.
And
And then
so
they
she-
go and bang that girl and they're like, but wait, I want to be with her still.
Right, right. Non-monogamy.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And it
So
works.
women do women like non-monogamy though, like open relationships? Because I feel like men would. That makes sense to me.
Oh, a lot of men don't. That means your woman can have sex with other guys.
I know. I don't think they like that, but I think it would work for them because
it's easier.
Men like other women.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know a lot of women that are like, oh, I want to be with other guys when I'm with my main guy.
Right. Women over 33 no.
Oh, so they don't like it.
They put up with it. But here's the secret. They don't like monogamy either. Women don't like monogamy either.
So it sounds like women don't like anything.
Right. Women will never be long-term happy with anything. Right?
I don't know.
You will never be long-term perfectly happy with Nick. There will always be shit about him. He's going to bug you the fuck out of him.
But that's every relationship.
It's every woman. Right. Mm-hmm. Women are never happy.
Too. Men are like annoyed with stuff too.
Men can get to the point where we're happy. Women can't. Women will always be frustrated about something. More than one thing. And notice how you're not responding because you know.
Well, because I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it's true. You could be with the perfect man.
Men still get annoyed with women when they're in relationships with them. I think.
I'm not talking about a little annoyed. I'm talking about happy. A man can reach a point.
Be happy with someone and get annoyed by them and get like pissed off by them.
Women will never reach that point permanently with a man. Women will never be 100% happy consistently. They're not designed that way. Men can't. It's true. Pick one woman you've ever met who's been consistently happy for 20 years. I've never met anyone
that's ever been.
I've met men. I've met men who've been consistently happy. Yeah, okay. I've never met a woman. Sure. I've met women who are decently happy. Yeah, Pink Firefly's decently happy, especially lately. Okay. You're talking about 2 or 3 years ago when she went through a very stressful time during our wedding. You're talking about that.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm talking in general.
Yeah, in general, she's been fine. Okay. You haven't seen her a lot lately.
I saw her like a week ago.
Did she seem miserable a week ago? No.
No one seems miserable. They put a face. So
she's faking happiness too. I'm faking happiness and she's faking happiness?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why do you laugh at me?
I promise you that I'm very happy. I wouldn't lie to you. I'd be honest with,
I don't think you think you're lying to me, but I think you're lying to yourself.
So I'm deluding. So I don't know that I'm lying. I'm lying, but I'm not aware that I'm lying. So I'm actually unhappy that I have convinced myself that I'm happy and I don't know that I'm unhappy. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
You don't believe me?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you never believe me.
I think I would. I'm pretty self-aware. I think I would know if I was unhappy.
You're not very self-aware.
I'm very self-aware.
You and Mimi are both not very self-aware.
I think Mimi is my mother. I think Mimi's more self-aware than you think. I think she knows her negatives.
Yeah, but she still acts as if she doesn't, which is just bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
That's what you do.
No. No, I'm much more congruent.
Okay.
No, I'm much more honest and blunt and congruent about these things.
I think you think you are.
No, I am. Okay. Mm-hmm. What else should we talk about? How long are we talking?
Mm-hmm.
Hour and, well, no, it depends on what we edit out of this video.
Oh, we're probably going to edit.
You want to tell them anything? What do you want to tell them?
Nothing. I don't know who they are.
They're my audience. They're guys who like what I talk about. What should these guys know? Where am I wrong? What is the pieces that I'm not giving them? You're a girl. You can tell them. You can tell my whole audience.
I don't know what you tell them.
I just told you the macro. You've seen that, you know, my titles of my YouTube videos. You have an idea.
I saw a title of one of your videos.
I teach dating skills and business location independent business skills.
I don't know anything about
I
those
teach
things.
masculine happiness and maximum masculine freedom.
Okay. You think I know anything about that?
Well, you know what I talk about.
I don't know anything about
All right. Okay. All right. Is there anything I should have asked you I didn't ask you?
I don't even know what we're doing.
She just doesn't give a rat fuck.
Well, I don't know what
nice.
we're doing.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
we're just having a talk. We're talking for them. Because they ask about you and they want to see you and stuff. And they really want to know what you think about my content. And clearly you agree with the macro. I'm just going to keep saying that now.
We do look a lot alike. It's kind of freaky.
We do?
We're side by side, yeah.
Do I look like her? So when you were little, you looked just like me. And then when you hit high school, you started looking like your mom. And that's a compliment because your mom, in her day, was very pretty. And today, you don't look like either one of us, I don't think. You probably have mannerisms. Maybe you guys can see mannerisms that I can't. What is my phone saying? Oh, maximum has been reached. We better stop. All right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. This has been enlightening.
For me?
Yeah.
No.
No, okay. You guys let me know if you have questions for her. And If you do, I'll get her back on here.
Don't say I'm ugly.
Yeah, don't hurt her feelings. She's a girl. Okay.
They're gonna be like, she's not making any sense. Like she keeps contradicting herself.
Who's self-conscious?
No, because I know I just talk like weird.
No, you don't. You talk weird.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you.